afternoon everybody, Car Biker here. Just out for a lunchtime blat and to blow the cobwebs off the Kawasaki. It's the first time I've used it since I had my little jaunt through the air off another Kawasaki. It was a KLX 250 I think they called it. This is New Road. If you've been watching my videos for a while, this is the road that they spent almost 2 years building. It seems that it took slightly longer than was technically necessary, and they've set it up as a 50-mile-an-hour road. They should have done this as 100. I know that we don't have hundreds, but it would have been perfect for it. just the one in the country. We could put a biker cafe there, Car Bikers biker cafe there. That would have been awesome. Anyway, blowing the cobwebs off, getting the rust off the brake discs. If anyone's got a tip for me for getting rust off and making it stay off, not the brake discs, but on the XJ6, when I did the chain and sprockets, one of the nuts on the back was so tight that it just rounded off when we tried to take it off. Oh, it's a big thing, that. I think we jinxed ourselves. We loosened 4 of the 5 nuts on the rear sprocket, and the 5th one we said, well, this is going easier than expected, and then immediately rounded off the next one, and we couldn't get it off. So I had to get some new bolts, and it went to Toshi's to be removed. And I got these new bolts. Didn't want to pay Yamaha prices, but got some locally. And in the 5 or 6 weeks that the bike's been sat in the garage, they've developed a surface rust layer. Comes off easy enough, but I don't want it to just keep rusting. Apart from anything, it looks bad, and presumably the nuts are going to get smaller and more likely to round off in the future. So I was thinking of sanding them and putting a bit of metal lacquer on or something like that. Don't know if anybody's got any better tips than that for it. But the real reason for this little vlogette is just to talk to you about the custom and classic car and bike show that's on at Parson Drove this weekend, which is kinda near Peterborough. I like to call it Parson's Nose, which I think is funny, but some people don't, so I won't call it that anymore. So Parson's Nose. Got a show on. It lasts all weekend, but I went last year on the Saturday and it was a bit rubbish. And apparently Sunday was great, but I wasn't there. So I'm going on the Sunday this year. When I'm down there, going to be meeting up with Skeggy Cruiser on the way, possibly Wife and Biker on the way. Although he might be going directly there. He's meeting up with Hepcat Harley and Lady Hepcat. Suffolk Andy's coming across. I think Suffolk Andy's trying to get Weggy ZZR to come with us. So there's going to be a little group of motovloggers meeting up there. And I just thought I'd going to put a video out and see if there's any others that want to meet up on the Sunday. And if there's any in this area that fancy riding down together, just to make it a little less lonely on the road. I don't want to get lonely. I need someone to look after me with my broken shoulder. And if somebody wants to ride down together, fancies a trip out there, fancies meeting up with those motovloggers, whether you've met them before or not, give me a shout in the comments or get me on Facebook, and we'll have a bit of a meet up. We'll head down there just for the Sunday. We're aiming to get to the show for about midday. I would imagine we'll be there for a few hours for a bit of a natter, cup of tea and a drink, look at the cars, look at the bikes. They also have some live music there, I believe, as well, and then head back the same day. For me, I think it works out somewhere between 200 and 250 miles. Car filter in there, well done. But you know, so it's not too bad. It's going to be the longest ride I've done since I broke my collarbone, but I don't think too bad really. So if you fancy, as I say, fancy keeping me company and meeting up with a few people, just give us a shout, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday. Anyway, links. I'll put a link to the show below so you can find the details of it. If you're coming in from a different direction, I won't bother with directions. We've all got Google, haven't we? So I'll just say thank you for watching. Ride safe, everyone. Hope to see you there, and I'll talk to you all again soon.